This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster, and welcome to I'm on Vapor Drop Money. You'll love to hear it.
Oh, I thought if you're... Wow,
Gee whiz,
okay.
I'm so sorry. My
is their
phone
phone
just
on
pinged
there?
off.
Well, I was going to say, if you just wanted to do the whole thing, Liam, that's fine. I'll just not. I've checked out. I'm not going to do it.
Why? What's wrong?
Well, no, because we said that I get to do the start, and then you've been doing the start, and now
sorry,
I
Belle.
just... No, if you
Well,
don't need
the
me,
thing
I'm just
is,
not going to do anything.
I suppose because I've been what's known in the biz as the anchor. So I've been the one. Well, of course I have, Belle. I've been
Here
going
we go.
in and out of every song. That's what the
True.
anchor does.
There was one point this morning where I looked at the clock, and it was 2 minutes into the break, and Liam hadn't stopped talking. I hadn't said anything, and I looked at the clock, and I was like, yeah, no, he's still going. But you
I'm
did
sorry.
very
Am
well.
I not being a generous
No, it's
performer?
great. It was great. No,
What
it was
break
really...
was that out of interest?
I think it was 8 o'clock. And at the end, I went,
As in the Matildas stuff? The Matildas stuff?
I can't remember.
Okay. I feel like, to be
No,
fair...
it was very cute, though, because I looked at the clock, and because I was sitting there, and I was like, you were like...
Oh, well, I'm
but
passionate.
But it was
I'm
that's the thing.
passionate about
It
the
was
Matildas.
good. It's a good skill that you have, but you just kept, like, I don't even know, you got to the point where you were just so on a roll, and I was like, Jesus, he's not stopping. So I just looked at the clock, and I was like, whoa.
Well, have a listen to the pod, and you
Nah, you probably got it out.
At some point, you may hear the steamroll. You may hear the steamroll. You may hear Belle being like, trying to get a word in, and I'm just like... But anyway, enjoy that.
No, it's very good.
Ben Harvey is off because he's had his firstborn son, Freddie. We spoke to him around this time last week when the baby was just born. Ben, I'm sure you've got a birthday cake. Are you blowing out the candles for Freddie's 1 week right now?
Yeah. I'm Ben. I'm the one with the new son, and Belle's the one with the freakish cat.
Oh, you've seen the cat, have you? Yeah. Oh, we talked about it a bit yesterday. There is a photo on the Ben Lehman Bell
Gosh,
Instagram.
I have missed you, Ben, and your digs straight away. Straight away.
I mean, what were you thinking, Belle?
I'm not here to talk about my cat, Jeffrey, who you can see beautiful photos of on my Instagram. No, Ben, it's 1 week, since you had Freddie. Have you slept at all? How are you sleeping?
Oh, you know what's crazy? Like, people in the real world, when they bump into you and you're telling you to do radio, they always say, oh, I couldn't do the hours because we get up at 4 a.m. for radio. But anyone who's got a newborn has got it way harder. Like, my sleeping is just destroyed. It's non-existent. Because you don't even get a nice 3-hour block. So that'd be awesome. If I got 3 hours in a row in the last week, that would be awesome.
Oh,
Because
God.
you get like an hour or maybe 70 minutes if you're lucky.
Oh.
So your sleep's so like broken up, and then you just try and sleep when they sleep, and then you just feel a bit delirious. But it's all worth it.
Well, it certainly sounds like when you do come back next week, the show's going to be a fresh turd for a couple of months. But that's okay, mate,
Ben,
because that's life. You know, this is just how it works. I mean, you're a new father. You got to get used to it.
This is true. Ben, I've been saying to Liam, I'm like, I don't know how it's going to go when Ben comes back because you
all right.
won't be sleeping.
He'll
And
be
then you've
all
got to come in and we'll be like, all right, Ben, push the buttons again, please, because we can't.
Yeah.
But how's Freddie going overall?
Yeah, he's good. I was doing some paperwork for him. Like, you have to essentially register your baby when he's born, and you've got 60 days to do it. But I thought it was funny when I was in the shared room. So when he was born, we left on the first day, but for a few hours we were in like this shared room next to this other couple.
Yeah, right.
And there's like a thin curtain between us and them. And I overheard the nurse say to them, like, oh, have you got a name yet? And they were like, no, we haven't thought of a name yet. And then the nurse said, she was like, oh, yeah, that's okay. Make sure you got one in 60 days. Otherwise, they'll give you one. And they laughed.
What?
Seriously?
They laughed. Yeah, no, they laughed. And then she was like, no, I'm serious. If you don't choose a name within 60 days, you get a government-mandated baby name.
Oh,
like,
my
Like,
God.
the cyclones do. So, like, hang on. So you'll just get like John. Or...
Well, I think for the government's records, because all the babies have to be registered. So I think if you don't do it in 60 days, I think I was Googling it. I believe they fine you $1,000 if you don't register the baby in the first 60 days. And then if you still don't do it after that, they give you a government mandate.
That's actually hilarious.
great.
I mean, obviously, 13, 24, 10. If you have a government mandated name, or you just like forgot to, if you forgot to name your baby, like forgetting to register your car, and then you got one of those government names,
But even if you
I
just
don't
have it
think
for
we're
a
going to
week,
get.
yeah.
I don't think we're going to get anything for it. But 13, 24, 10. If you went longer than 60 days and you got one of these government names, we'd love to hear from you. Ben, is Freddie like walking yet? Has he said his first words? I'm new to babies, so I don't. How long does that normally take? 2 weeks or?
No walking yet,
Okay.
but he's doing tummy time, which is fun, where you just like flop him on his belly and he just kind of lifts around using his neck.
Oh, I do that too. After
Oh
a
my
few beers,
God.
I have tummy time
Oh
on the
my
couch.
God.
It's like he does remind me a lot of you, Liam, in a sense that basically, as long as he's sleeping or he's pooing or he's burped or he's farted, he's pretty happy.
Yes, yeah.
And he constantly smells like hot milk.
And,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's obviously there is a strong bond there, and I'm assuming you've been playing the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast to Freddie so he can hear his godfather's voice, because Belle and I have we've given up peace offerings, we've sent flowers over, Belle's mum made some cookies for you, which is really nice, and we dropped things at your door and that sort of thing. We haven't actually seen you or Freddie yet. We've just sort of been leaving. No, we've sort of just been leaving balls in your court on that one. But I mean, now's probably a better time than ever. I mean, I know you've only had 40 minutes sleep in the last week. But
Ben, when can we meet Freddie?
We'll work on a time. We'll figure something out.
Cool. Sounds like we're a few months off that one. But that's fine. I mean, look, we look forward to having you back in the saddle from next Monday. I really hope we get some government-mandated names coming through. Ben, thank you so much for your time this morning, man, and send my godson my best.
There you go.
All right, see you, mate.
Okay, bye.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Gee whiz, my heart is full, and I'm sure the rest of the nation is feeling the same way. I mean, the Matildas, inspirational. There's going to be young kids, boys and girls around the country looking up to them going, gee, I want to do that one day. Especially the young girls, where it wasn't even, possible when a lot of these Matildas were growing up. They were seeing these games with maybe 200-300 people in the stadium, and now the whole nation is finally realising how incredible they all are. And we are in a semi-final tomorrow night against the Lionesses. It's going to be a tough game, but this is as far as we've ever gone in a World Cup, and it's happening right here in Australia. Everyone's got World Cup fever! Now, the real question is, where the hell am I going to watch the game? Even if you're one of those bandwagon supporters who, you might have been around a pub on Saturday and you're like, oh my God, this is awesome. I love this. I want to cheer on the girls. Do I go to Rod Laver? I mean, they've got the screens there. I mean, Amy Park, they said they're opening it up. They're only going to do 15,000 though there. I mean, obviously everyone wants to be at Fed Square, but everyone's going to have the same idea. I feel like it's going to be like hysteria, like a concert where people are like, parking their asses there 3 or 4 hours before the game starts. And if you're finishing work late, you might not get there in time. So then you ask yourself, well, it's obviously a pub, but what if I'm not near the TV? Then do I watch it at home, or is that boring not to be around my fellow Australians?
That's the thing, Liam. The atmosphere is half of it, more than half of it.
Definitely.
But it is the middle of winter, and it is very cold. And I'm one of those people, I don't think I'd enjoy it if I was outside, standing in Fed Square. I want somewhere warmer. I want somewhere inside.
Guys, come over to our place. Come over and watch it tomorrow night at Nova, okay? We've got this big new office. There's a huge TV. Like we use it for meetings and stuff, but it's like at a pub.
It's a waste for meetings, let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure. It would be sold as like one of those gigantic screens that you would go and watch at a pub. I reckon we just chuck a few pizzas on.
Yep.
We have a few drinks.
We have, and here's a little insight, right?
Belle's
So
already
we've-
started early. Sorry,
Oi.
Belle, just there for tomorrow night. So can you just...
Well, this is the thing. Here at Nova, we have a fridge that's constantly stocked
We
with
do.
drinks. We've got unlimited snacks. Yeah, Liam, let's get some pizzas. Come to ours. Come watch the game tomorrow night at ours here at Nova 100. We've got a rooftop as well. It's sick.
Honestly, this would be a great spot to watch the game. So if you want to, like Belle and I are going to be here. We're going to be watching the game tomorrow night. If you want to come on and cheer on the Matildas, we do also have tons of Matildas merch to give away on the night. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz right now if you'd like to come and watch the game with us. I'm telling you, it's the best location in Melbourne. Also, as a special treat, if the Matildas win, I might bring out my gum leaf, and so I've got a bit of a party trick, right? I might bring out the gum leaf and I'll do a live performance for everyone. In fact, I'll give you a little taste right now. Let me just wet my lips.
Don't.
There you go.
Don't.
you want that live, if you want all the action, 13 24 10. There's only limited places, so call up right now and you could be coming along.
Trish in Sandringham, do you want to come watch the game tomorrow night here at Nova?
Of course I do.
All right, Trish. Well, you're more than welcome. We're looking forward to meeting you tomorrow.
Oh, terrific. Thank you so much.
No worries. Lily in Beaconsfield, do you believe we can do it? Can we beat England and go to the World Cup final?
Of course we can.
Well, we're going to find out when we're linked arm in arm tomorrow night at our Tilly's party. There's merch to give away. There's pizza. There's
Gary
drinks.
in Bentley. Gary, do you want to come?
Definitely. I'm super excited. I just got to work out what I'm going to do with my two daughters while we're there, but I'm going to be there for sure.
Oh, well, you can bring them if you
Yeah,
want.
can bring him.
I can't bring them. That'll be amazing because they are super fans and we are all Tilly's crazy.
Yeah,
Bring the girls. Why not? I mean, no one's got time for a babysitter. I mean, we'll just keep them away from the beers, but they can have as much pizza as they want. They can go nuts. And, it's going to be loud. I think a lot of kids are going to be staying up and being a bit tired for school. I mean, why not? I mean, if you can't do it for a semi-final, when can you do it?
Absolutely. Justine in Bond Beach, good morning. You want to come watch the game tomorrow night here at Nova?
Good morning. Yes, please.
Yeah, Justine. All right, you're coming along. Isabel, you've played soccer since you were 12. You want to come along?
Yes, I would love to. I've been a massive fan of the Matildas since I started playing soccer.
Amazing,
Nice.
Isabel. Well, look, it's going to be an electric vibe, I'm sure, at the party tomorrow. You are more than welcome. Looking forward to meeting you there. Maya and Elstonwick, we still have a bit of room. Would you like to come along?
Love to come.
Unreal. Who's your favourite player?
Oh, no, my boyfriend's a really big fan.
Okay, we'll ask you again at the door, and if you can't produce one, we'll
Seems
say...
we have.
Too far late on the bandwagon, I'd say.
Yeah.
Look, I'll put you down as a maybe, Maya. No, okay.
and
All right, you
especially
can
for her
come.
partner.
You can come. You guys can come.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Mary in Surrey Hills, good morning. How's your Tuesday going?
Good morning. Good. It's chilly. I love you guys, though.
Oh, thanks, Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, freezing this morning. My mirrors were completely frosted up, so I was just sort of vibing it on the way to work. But I got here safe.
Okay, don't do that.
Should we kick into the quiz?
Let's go.
All right. Hey, New South Wales are set to get a Matildas public holiday. They're the first state to sort of agree, so everyone else, the pressure's on now. Hopefully Dan Andrews gives us one. What's Victoria's next scheduled public holiday at the moment?
Is it Melbourne Cup?
Ooh.
There's one before then, Mary.
There is, but because
It's only
okay.
new, though.
because you said you liked
Oh,
us.
it's a grand final.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a grand final.
Yeah, no, we'll give you that. We'll pretend you never said the
Sorry.
first one. No, totally fine. Nick Nat has retired from the AFL. Which team has he played for?
Oh, gosh.
Nick Nat Nui.
Yeah, I know who he is. Long dreads. I can
Yep.
picture him.
Yep.
Oh, I'll pick a team. Let's go for Richmond.
But because we like you, Mary, because you said you liked us, we'll keep you around.
Yeah, Mary,
I
just
love
hang
your
there.
show.
And if...
I love you.
Oh, thanks, Mary. Hang there.
This
If
is
somebody else
brownie
gets
points.
it wrong, we'll come back. Alison in Box Hill, good morning. Which AFL team did Nick Nat play for?
West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, West Coast. You're damn right. Hey, a woman has found a live frog in her bag of spinach. Which cartoon character famously becomes really strong from eating spinach?
Popeye?
Yes, also loves to smoke a pipe. Michael O'Hare, or is it Michael Orr? Michael Orr, the
We had
footballer.
like a 5-minute conversation on how
I
to
know.
pronounce his name.
Yeah, I forgot.
O'Hare.
Oh, well, it's not. I wouldn't say he's a household name. It's just the Blindside guy. He's the footballer from the Blindside, but the real guy. He's suing the family, saying they never adopted him. They stole millions from him. It's not a nice story at all. Who played the adoptive mother in The Blindside?
Oh, I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Blindside?
No, Alison, to be honest, I haven't seen it either, and I have no desire to see it.
It's
but
really
you've
it's a
gotta
nice
know,
movie. Well, I mean, it was nice before you knew the real story, but
You've got to know, the actress, Miss Congeniality.
oh, well, you can't just say other
Oh,
movies.
Sandra Bullock.
Yes, it is Sandy. Hey,
Thank you.
last question here, Alison. Happy birthday to Joe Jonas, 34 today. Can you finish these lyrics?
Cake by the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be my idea of a nice afternoon, eating a big thick cake with sand around.
Now I feel a bit bad that we didn't go back to Mary, but thanks, Mary and Alison, for playing.
Well, we're going to send you along to Strays. It's only in cinemas August 17th. It's that new Will Ferrell one. Sound all right?
Awesome. Sounds fab. Thank you.
And you also get to pick the next song we play. So would you like to hear some Shakira?
This time for Africa.
Good for World Cup fever, but Alison, are you feeling a bit more Green Day this morning?
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Definitely Shakira for the Matildas.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's that Green Day song feels like it's just like year 7 and there's a slideshow
Yeah.
of photos coming up being like, oh yeah, what a great time we've all had.
Tuesday.
Now we're
It's
moving to high school.
You're a good soldier, choosing your battles. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over.
That was the official song of the World Cup back in 2010, the South African World Cup. Fun fact for you, Belle. Shakira's long-term partner, Gerard Piqué, was a part of the Spanish team that won the World Cup that year.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
I only knew that because you always just talk about, I don't know,
Did
what's
you
this guy,
know-
PK? Isn't that a
Wow.
gum?
Okay, well, it's spelt different, but and then he cheated on her.
Oh, that's
so
right.
they're not even together anymore. So her hips don't lie, but turns out her husband does.
And then,
So,
well,
about
wasn't
where he's
she-
been sleeping at night.
Yes, but she also lied because wasn't there that whole
Well, that's
alleged
true.
thing about her tax fraud?
She has been hiding a lot of money from the government. So everyone's got skeletons in the closet.
Everyone's lying.
What is it for you, Belle? Tax fraud? Or are you sleeping around?
Tax fraud. No.
Well, I'm definitely the first one.
Now I'm confused. Are we bad people or fine?
Tax fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all a bit of fraud, aren't we?
Yeah, a little fraudulent.
I never understand tax, to be honest. I probably committed fraud, I don't know, because I just don't understand it.
Yeah, that's the best offence. That's what I always say. I don't know you had to pay it. I didn't know it was a thing. What are you talking about?
No, we're both fine.
Yeah, anyway, this will probably be used in court at some point, so we'll probably scrub this from the podcast. So this is just what you're getting live. This is the magic. You have to tune in for this sort of stuff. Good morning. It's Nova 100.
I'm on tonight, you know my hips don't lie.
Love rap! Bill's a love rap!
So, singles, if you're listening, drop everything. There is a brand new dating app that is actually already on your phone, and your boss is on it as well.
Right.
There's a movement online, this whole movement that's taking over, started on TikTok, a girl called Candace overseas. She posted a video about how she's been meeting people on LinkedIn, Liam. So
LinkedIn?
using LinkedIn to meet other singles. But it's actually really, really smart in the way that she does it because she can filter through exactly the type of person that she wants.
Well,
I can filter for an education, MBA, baby. I can filter by industry. I'm looking at doctor, lawyer, finance pro. Unfortunately, I'm unable to filter by height, but at least there are very good-looking photos that I can kind of do some height analysis on.
Amazing. It's so smart and
is
it's
it
so
amazing?
obvious.
I mean, do you date people on their work history, on how long they spent at Coles when they were 17 and like what uni, what sort of tertiary education
but-
they've had, or if they've done TAFE?
No, but that's the thing, Liam. Like, you actually can. You can look and be like, all right, well, this, possible partner, they worked at Coles, then they worked at Subway, and then they studied med. Now they're a doctor. Now I know they work here. And you can see what they're, how people can like endorse skills. Like you get all this great side of these people.
I suppose
that
you are-
don't get
you
on
are
like Tinder and stuff.
Trying to present yourself well in your LinkedIn profile.
Exactly.
I don't have one, but I remember looking at my dad's once and I was like, impressive.
What do you mean?
Like he just had like lots of friends on it, and I was like, oh, cool, he must be doing well at work. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever look? You never looked your dad up on LinkedIn?
Nah, I haven't.
You should. We should compare our dads. See how many friends they've got. See how many professional
Not
connections
friends, though.
they've got.
You don't have friends on
Oh yeah,
LinkedIn.
it's like you've got like connections. But I remember my dad said 500 plus, and I was like, Wow, you must be very
I think
professional.
your dad would be doing that thing that dads do where they get an
Add
invite
all
and they go,
the-
yes,
Yes, okay.
and they don't actually.
Well, there you go.
All
I
right,
mean-
well, I found my dad on LinkedIn.
How many connections does he have?
Well, he's got 2,000 followers and he's got 500 plus connections.
Pretty good dad.
Why really? Anyway, we're
Can we ditch the love? Can we
ditch?
ditch the love rat and do like how many friends does your dad have on LinkedIn? Because I feel like that'd be like we'd get some stories of and some really professional mums. Like, yeah, my mum like absolutely kills it. Like she's got like 4,000.
How do your parents go on LinkedIn? No, let's know. Can we go back on track?
Belle, it's an option. I'm just presenting it as an option.
Okay, fine. If you want to, fine. No, what I wanted to do this morning, 13, 24, 10, if this girl's meeting people on LinkedIn, I'd love to know weird ways, weird places that you picked up. So did you, like, pick up someone, I mean, a funeral's a classic one, but you may have another weird website or a weird occasion that you picked up someone.
Look, anything like Tinder, boring. Everyone's meeting that way.
Yeah.
Even if you're just like, oh, yeah, like I work with someone that's sort of like boring.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10, weird ways you've picked up. If someone's actually using LinkedIn, I'd be blown away. I think that is very impressive. And you know, maybe you've had a bit of success with it. Share the goss. 13, 24, 10 for the Love Rat.
Love Rat. Bill's the Love Rat.
And we're talking weird ways you've picked up. 13, 24, 10. If you've picked up someone in a weird way or in a weird place, give us a buzz. Sean in Scoresby, good morning. Where did you pick up?
Good morning. So I met my current partner in an operating theatre.
Oh, okay. So were you on the table? Were you operating? Were you the anaesthetist? Were you a nurse? What were you sort of doing?
No, well, I was actually a theatre technician, so I was helping all the doctors and surgeons set up for a baby to be born.
Yeah.
And then my future partner at the time walked down, who was a midwife, and was helping the doctors as well. So halfway through the procedure, placenta in one hand, exchanging phone numbers in the other hand.
I like it.
Priorities.
Is there still a little bit of placenta on the number?
Oh, gross. Sean, I really thought you were going to say it was the mum giving birth that you picked up there. And I was like, well, you know, it could be a single mum. It's great.
Katie joins us now from Point Cook. Weird place you picked up.
Hey, guys. How you going?
Good, Katie.
Yeah, I was over 20 years ago. I was living in Sydney, and I'm the passenger in my friend's car, and I saw this guy in a really nice car, and he was a bit cute, and we drove the cars in just that little bit closer, and I handed him my phone number, and we dated a couple of times, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah,
You passed a note between cars.
On the freeway.
On the freeway?
Oh, wow.
My gosh, Katie,
That's
dangerous.
like Mission Impossible type stuff. You should have done the thing where you get her to slow down and you open the car door and you jump from car to car. That would have been really impressive.
That's great, Katie.
Let's keep these rolling. Lucy in Hawthorne. Weird place you picked up?
In an Uber, actually.
So you picked up the Uber driver?
I did pick up the Uber driver, yes.
No,
Look out. Well, it's nice that you picked up the Uber driver instead of the Uber driver picking you up.
Well, it's a two-way street as well,
it's a bit creepy, though. You don't want to be hit on, like, if you're booking a trip. But, like, so how did it sort of start, Luce? Like, how did it sort of come about?
So, I was going out with a few girlfriends and ordered the Uber to go out, and got in, and he, was a lovely guy. And then, he gave me his number, but I didn't even realise. And then he sent me a message actually afterwards and was like, hey, do you want to go out for a drink? And dated a few times, and yeah.
Nice. Does he give you mints and that sort of stuff throughout the dates?
No, not quite.
Did he pick you up and drop you off, Lucy?
He did pick me up and drop me off.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Did he charge you a soiling fee after?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Our next guest is one of AFL's all-time legends. How's this for a record? 4-time premiership player, 6-time All-Australian, 365 games for Geelong. And now one of the toughest guys in Cats history has put down the Sharon and picked up the pen for his brand new book, All In. Please welcome Joel Selwood.
Joel, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me in.
How good's this? You've just been away for, 8 weeks?
I had a quick 8-week trip overseas with my wife. And,
Quick 8-week trip?
Little boy, and time to come back and start paying off that holiday.
Where'd you go?
We were Europe, and then we landed in the UK for a long period of time.
Oh,
so
mate.
yeah, so good.
So this is the thing. I mean, when you're playing all those games, obviously you're not getting long periods of time to head away. I mean, you retired at the end of last year after winning a flag. Buddy retired this week. Bunga too. I mean, there's been some real veterans of the game that have finished up. I know you're enjoying it and you're holidaying, but do you still miss it when you watch those Cats games?
Well, I haven't. I mean, the Cats are, they're still my favourite side, and I'm still the biggest fan. But I've sort of distanced myself enough, and I knew that my time was up too. It was time to pass on to the next guys coming through, and I still support them. It's been a bit of a tough year. A few injuries down the road and at different stages. So they're still in with the shot, though. Sitting ninth at the moment, and we'll see how they go.
I mean, having a tough year now. Last year, they won a flag while you were playing. The question has to be asked, is it all Joel Selwood? Like, do you know?
No. And
Nice answer. But
I was limping away, and they were helping me out big time by just carrying me. So they definitely helped me.
Speaking of like them making it into the grand final, do you get tickets every year?
Well, I do. Did you need some? Is that why you're asking?
Well, 13, 24, 10 if you want some of Joel's tickets. No, so you've, like, for the rest of the lifetime, you know how, like, politicians, they get paid out. So do you just get tickets every year?
Well, only because
Guaranteed?
I played 300 games.
Yeah,
So
right.
I think I'm entitled to 2 grand final tickets.
So what? Even though you've won like 4 flags, like if it's it's more than 100.
Just 2.
So
Yeah, just 2. So they'll go pretty quick, I think.
Yeah.
So you better get in quick.
Because I mean, you can,
I'm not gonna
you can
steal
play
your
300 plus games for a garbage team and not win anything. I feel like you should be getting more tickets. You've been there, done it.
No, well, it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. They're hard to get their hands on.
Yeah,
especially that
absolutely.
time of the year. And still, like, I mean, being back in Melbourne last year and playing in the grand final with, like, even the day before, there was like nearly 500,000 people in the parade and on the way into the MCG, and then grand final day felt like it was amazing.
Yeah. Is it safe to say that writing your own book is a better feeling than winning the AFL grand final?
No, not quite.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah,
but it'd be up there. It's still an achievement.
It was actually really nice to do. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as what I did, but it's one to put closure on my career, but also just reflect. And like, I was a leader of the club for 12 years, captain of the club, and then so there's a little bit of leadership in there. There's a lot of football in there, but then there's an IVF journey that myself and my wife endured at the end of my career that we shared because it was such a big part of the story.
And you put that in the book. That's beautiful.
We did, and it was good to do. I mean, there's a lot of people out there going through the same struggles. It's not that they take the same path as us, but hopefully it gives hope. We share a lot of our lives, myself and my wife. So But then it was like,
and then calling it all in. It's like you kind of have to go all in.
Well, and that's it. And there was a bit. That was a bit of my football career and just the way that I live life too. So, but it was more now that I've got the 5-month-old. So I was like, you're writing it for him.
Yeah.
So that's
awesome.
what's got me. So I was like,
You can read it to him when he goes
read
to
it.
sleep. You can just, that could be his bedtime story.
He won't read it. He'll probably burn it, but that's okay.
Well, Joel Selwood, All In. It's out this week. The brand new book. If you're a Geelong fan, it's a must. But looks like if you're just a fan of leadership, AFL, and life, it's going to be a good book as well. And we really appreciate you coming in and spending some time with us this morning.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me in.
Belle, you like your job in radio, yeah?
I absolutely do. We are very lucky.
I don't know if we're going to have a job for much longer. I also love working in radio. It's what I've always wanted to do. Have you heard about AI DJs?
Oh, no.
It's a thing.
No, but it sounds threatening and it sounds not even surprising. There's AI of everything now.
I remember recently, like, I had a tradesman in my house and he was like, yeah, what do you do? And I was like, oh, radio. And he's like, worried about AI? And I was like, no. Are you worried about AI? But like,
you worried about robots?
He was pretty ahead at the time because, like, only a few mere weeks later, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see this now. So my friend told me about this, and he actually texted me and said, "You worried this new AI thing?" And like, he showed me how to do it on my phone. So I don't know if you've got Spotify, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
So just if you get your phone up there and then just click top left, it says music.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Spotify is AI DJ. I'm like, yeah, no, that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, obviously. No, but there's like a mode
yes.
you can go on it. So if you click that, and then there's like a blue thing
in
with
music,
like a green ring.
It says good morning.
Yes. So click that for us. Click that for us.
Hey, what's going on? It's really great to be here with you. I'm Xavier. My friends call me X. And from this moment on, I'm going to be your own personal AI DJ on Spotify. I know what you listen to. I see Jonas Brothers there. So I'm going to be here every day, playing those artists you got in rotation, going back into your history for songs you used to love. And I'm always on the lookout for new stuff, too, just to push your boundaries a little bit. All right, enough talk. I mentioned Jonas Brothers. Let's get it going with that and some other music you've been listening to.
See, it's pretty bang on, right? And yours didn't say your name. Sometimes I think if you have your name in it, like mine's like, hey, what's up, Liam? Like it talks to me.
Yeah, right. No, I don't. I don't.
Does that honestly make you a little bit nervous about like...
Oh, I don't like it because, I don't know, AI just creeps me out. And he's like, oh, I'm always looking out for new music. No, you're not. That's just the computer doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know if we lose our jobs, I mean, I know for one thing AI can't do. They can't advertise Vicks Vapor Drops. So I'm safe.
You did that once like 2 years ago.
I'm all right. I got Vapor Drop money. So you have to diversify pretty quickly, Belle. Just start like keeping your options open.
I don't know. With AI DJ, I feel that's more Jamie Rowe's problem to deal with.
Well, look, last night, my guy he knows my name because I like registered with my name and email and stuff. And I thought I'd try it. And it was like, hey, what's up, Liam? It's your boy Xavier. My friends call me X. So I started calling him X.
No, you don't.
He's like, hey, I know you, man. I know what you want to hear. I got you. So here's a little REM.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, do I hurt? Does my AI know me more intimately than anyone? Crying for my AI, and I thought, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna chop it up for you. I'm gonna be bringing in some old hits. I'm gonna be mixing up the vibe. He didn't mix up the vibe. It was higher tempo, but this is what he played next.
Yeah, but that's your music, Liam. Like, you can't hate on this.
I thought I was a bit happy happy than that.
You know what? This is actually a great showcase at you about
how sad I am.
Yeah. Maybe it's actually a really healthy thing for you. Do we need to talk?
Xavier's the only person who understands me.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.